And trust me, I know it sounds like a lot and it's like a little overwhelming, but we went into it not knowing anything, and you just pick it up after the first 2 weeks. Like the first week you're kind of like, the second week you're like, I got this in the bag. And you guys will be the same.
Yeah. A lot of the room stuff with the maps, I usually do for you. So the only time that I have you guys do it is if you're checking and or if I'm not here. So, but I'll train you on it that way if it's just something good to know.
And sometimes she'll do a map and then you will take that and make that like your master copy and you'll do your own map, because like I have my own ways of doing things, just like she has her own ways of doing things. Greg has his own way of doing things. And that's what's like important, is like you need to know what you're looking at, but it's good to have like multiple copies rather than kind of like messing one copy up. Okay. Where's on? Okay. Your most important job is checking the rooms and keeping crew on task. After each room is done, you want to check it thoroughly. Like I've already said, you'll have a map of all the rooms and make notes on that. So, this is when the beautiful map comes into play. In the morning, you will have highlighted rooms, so highlighted, like outlined, of rooms that need to get done. Normally Anna marks it with a dot if it's a priority room and needs to get done like right away. That could mean that there's an early check-in where they're checking in that day, or they're going to be checking in way in the morning and it just needs to be done. That's Shaner's.
Yeah.
You will have multiple highlighters in your clipboard, and I'll probably put those together for you guys. And you'll highlight rooms that your crew leader comes back and says are finished. So they'll come to you after every room they finish and go, 128's done, 127's done. That way you can go and then check it. If you check it and you've checked everything, kind of like what I've already said, you will put an X on it. You'll mark it with like a different color, because they can say that it's done, but you then need to have a mark that shows you that you've checked it and that it's done. I think, I don't know which one of you asked, but if you find something, like say the bathroom is not clean at all, you put a note, need be bathroom tub cleaned. Then you go back to your crew and you go, finish this room. Once you're done with this room, you need to go back to this room and clean the tub. And let me know when you're finished. And you don't highlight it until it's done. Because a lot of the times, like, you'll highlight it and you'll put the note, and then you'll forget if you double checked it, or because you have a lot of things going on in your day. So these maps are like perfect. I was obsessed with them when I was working crew. Like I would make like 5 different ones. If one got too messy, then I'd restart and I would highlight all the ones that were right, and then the ones that were troubled, I'd like make a separate mark for them. And then me and McKinley kind of talked. We had different notes and stuff. So you'll have a map of all the rooms, make notes on that. Bathrooms are #1 complaint, especially EF rooms. EF suites we clean every Saturday. They're very picky about their bathrooms. Like they expect 4-star housekeeping for some reason, and that's what we have to give them. And sometimes the tubs are just like permanently dirty and they don't get that, and you have to like show them. You have to like, it's sometimes very degrading because you are in a high, like kind of a high up position, and you are on your hands and knees scrubbing a bathroom tub, and they're pointing out sections of the bathroom that need to be cleaned, and you want to strangle them. And like I've had a few meltdowns, and Juliet has had a few meltdowns, and I'm sure you guys will have a few meltdowns, but it's okay because we're there doing it together.
Yeah, on that point, almost every other camp won't be in their room while you're cleaning. It's only EF that live there constantly, so like you're cleaning and the people are actually watching you clean, which is really good. But
it's really awkward.
Other than that, like it's a completely open room and you're going in and making it like a hotel.
Yeah, it's nice, like, because camps normally, they're, like Greg said, they're not there, so you're going in, you're cleaning them, then you're leaving. With EF, they're normally there, and you're cleaning around their stuff. Like, if we had some rooms that the guys were just, there was one time where there was hair just everywhere. Like, I think he just decided to shave his head one night, and there was hair everywhere, and you look at them, and they're like, clean, please, and you're just like, you literally want to strangle them. I mean, there was one story where I found just this web of condoms, and I don't even know what to think. It was like one of those days where we worked for like 7 hours, and I get to this room, and this girl warns me. She's like, don't open that cabinet. And I'm like, I have to. Like, I have to clean it. And I open it, and it's just like all these used condoms that were saved. And I was like, okay, I love my job.
Wait, the girl that lived there told you not to do it?
It was her.
It was her neighbor. It wasn't
People knew
her.
you had this collection.
Yeah. So you will find like the weirdest things. You'll find like throw up, because it is a Saturday, so they normally have been partying. And like we'll probably go over EF rules, because there are things that you do clean when they're still dirty, and then there are things that you don't clean and that they have to pick up before you do clean. So like if their kitchen is just a total wreck, there's dishes everywhere, you can take a picture and you can let EFRAs know, we're not going in and cleaning this right now until they go back in and tidy it up a little bit.
Which is Francisco, Yoli, Jonathan, not Jonathan, Jenny, Cynthia, Ibarra, and then one of EF's true RAs.
Yeah. And it's going to be a lot nicer this year, because last year we didn't know the RAs, and I got in tiffs with them a lot. There were times where I had to get Anna involved because I was going to strangle. They were like, oh, our EF students are so great, and I just wanted to be like, no, like, you guys can't treat crew like this. But it's going to be a lot nicer that we're going to actually know the RAs, and they're going to know us, and they're not going to just look at us as housekeeping and they're slaves. Because that's how you feel sometimes. So, highlight rooms that are complete. Send crew back into rooms after finished with all other rooms if not complete. Check up on crew if they're in a room for more than a normal amount of time. The reason why you want to check the rooms before you even send crew in them, so while they're getting supplies, you normally are going to check the rooms, is because you want to see how messy they are. By doing that, you'll have a better idea of how long they should be taking in each room. And you can even make notes like on 128, like really messy or lots of trash, because they normally take out all the trash, put it outside, and we normally don't do dumpster runs until the end of the day, where we'll go around property and grab all the linens, all the bags of trash, and put them in the right places. But you still want to have an idea of how messy the rooms are, so you can gauge on the amount of time that they will be in there.
Sorry, something to add with that. We need to ensure that if a camp does damage, and we need to train our crew with this, if a camp does damage to the room, we need to take a picture of that, and that needs to get sent to me so that I can give to Dave, and he can build the camp. So any damage that we need to, and the reason we're going in is because we can ensure that it wasn't there before the camp was there.
Yeah.
But it was there after the camp was there. So I mean, we had a broken big screen in Del Norte last year. And the guys had the game because it was like playoffs or something. Oh, the World Series,
Yeah.
maybe?
Or it was
No. It was some big game was happening, and so they would turn the TV on at in each suite over here, which I didn't care because they were still working. They were just listening to it. That's fine. And I don't know if you're gonna talk about headphones and stuff,
Yeah.
but they had this broken TV on. They could still hear it, and I walked in and I'm like, was this like this before? And I go, is the TV broken? And they're like, yeah. They didn't even think, even though we told them. And we wouldn't have known it was broken if they hadn't turned it on. So that's something where it just happened that it worked out. But we need to make it very clear, and it's going to be a reminder the first week, 2 weeks. You can even make it one of those daily things that when you're giving them instructions, remember, if there's a damage, we take a picture, because they have to pay for that. We don't want to end up repairing stuff.
And it's kind of nice too because crew will be helping out with RCRs, and because they do RCRs, they have an idea of what a damage is or what it's supposed to look like or what just like wear and tear looks like. And yes.
Oh, yeah. I was going to finish
Oh, no,
saying.
go ahead.
Oh man. Oh yeah. So if they're scheduled from like what's it 1 to 7:30 or something?
9 to 3:30, 1 to 7:30.
Yeah. So however many hours that is. Excuse me. Will they try and like drag it out so that they get
No.
paid for the
No.
full time? Or?
No, they won't drag it out because we'll always have, this is, and I kind of touch base on this a little bit later, but you will never say, like, this is all we have to do today, so once we finish this, then you guys can go home. Like, you will never say things like that. Basically, you want to go in the day telling them you're staying for your entire shift, and this needs to get done, and then we have more to do. And that by saying that, it makes them know that you guys have to get those rooms done. And then once you get those rooms done, like maybe they are let out, and a lot of the times they want to be let out early. They don't want to stay the entire shift. It's their summer.
Especially towards the middle
Yeah,
and the end.
yeah, and they have breaks too. So like
Do they
if you
get to
see
eat
them,
at the
no, unless they get a punch card or pay for it. If you see them kind of like withering down, send them on their 15-minute break. And like that's where building a relationship with them is so important, because when you say these rooms need to get